Well, hey beach divers, it's midweek on a blustery shoreline, and we were hoping for a little bit calmer water today, but we don't see that. So instead of taking a dive today and being able to provide you with some information from that, I'm going to take a few minutes and show you a little bit on how to read the water. It's really important, and it's a skill that they can't teach in your diving courses. It's something that you gain from experience. But you really need to know a little bit about reading the water in order to plan your dive, in order to enter the water safely, and in some cases to know when you shouldn't even try. So today we've got a southeast wind, which in this area for a beach diver is not your preferred wind. The best wind we have for beach diving is from the west. We don't mind a northeast breeze or even a north breeze, but the southeast or the south, that's going to churn the water up to the extent that it's going to make it a little bit tricky sometimes to get in there. So I'm going to show you by pointing at the surf for you and show you what I'm talking about. So here we are, you can see out there. Now a lot of people see that light blue water, they get excited to say, man, that's tropical water, that's what we're looking for, nice greenish blue or aqua water. That looks really exotic to us. Well, you're not looking down through the water and seeing the sand reflecting light up. In this case, what you're seeing is sand that's been churned up in the water, and that's what's reflecting the light. In fact, those areas where it's a sandbar, you can see the waves breaking right there. Then on the back side of it, it's nice and light. That's really cloudy water. There's a lot of sand and particulate matter there. Your visibility in that case is going to be about 1 to 2 feet at best. When you get out to where it's a little bit darker, your visibility is going to improve. But on a day like today, with a southeast breeze, it's not going to be that great. The reason for that is the wind is coming from that direction. It comes in, it churns up the surf, it gets all that particulate matter mixing around, and then it takes it right back out in sort of a diagonal pattern. So it comes in like that, goes across, and takes it right back out that way. So if you're thinking about doing a dive today, this is what you'd have to take into consideration. You have to go a long way out against that wind and against the waves that are bopping in the back of the head before you find water that's clear enough to have a decent dive. Another thing to look for in entering the water here, you've got a sandbar that's out there, so it's not too difficult right in close here. But as you get on that sandbar, if you've got a short period in between waves, you can really get beat up. So if the waves have any size to them at all, by the time you recover from one, the next one's hitting you, and then you recover from that, the next one hits you. Eventually you find yourself fighting the waves so much that you lose your energy, if not lose your footing, and just find yourself being washed back in toward the shore. So it takes experience to understand that, and it takes some discretion sometimes to know that, hey, this is not going to be a good day to go out there. Some people talk about rip currents, and you can see a little bit of that working here. So you've got a sandbar there, it's nice and shallow, the waves are coming across that. They come in here, they mix around, and then they go out. They've got to go out. The water's got to go out somewhere, and it's going to go out right where you see the reduction in waves where it's not breaking as much. So the sandbar is shallow there, but there's a cleft in between, and that's where there's going to be a current taking you out. Not such a big problem for a scuba diver, because when we feel that current, as we're underwater swimming against it, we simply swim parallel to the shore a little bit until we don't feel it, and then come in. In fact, sometimes it actually helps for you to ride that current out if you're going out to sea as a beach diver. So just a little bit on how to read the water today. I'm showing you that because we're actually going to postpone or reschedule the dive we had scheduled later today. The winds haven't dropped any. They were really supposed to have dropped by now, but we've got storms out to the west. The storms are going to be in here lingering through tonight and through tomorrow morning. So like I said, sometimes discretion is a better part of valor. You got to say, hey, it's not a great time for diving. Water's going to be here in a day or two. We'll just try it when it gets a little bit better. So that's the beach diver. I hope that this helps you out, and I hope that we see you on the beach very soon.